a double pregame, division games, playoffs, more coming up next on Da Superfan Network.
Goal. Avellini, here comes Peyton. And Peyton is in for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Takes it, Cade. 2-on-1, hustling back his point up a shot. Goal! Shot retained in overtime.
Ahead of Jenks. Uribe charges throws. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
The pocket, so Ferguson was on the run, and you're going to see Wilbur Marshall come here and really flatten him. Oh, boy, did he really hit him.
Moving right in alone, the shot!
Looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all! And it is Pollard!
Here's Bernard. Feeds it back. Hazer scores! Brook Hazer in overtime! And the Hawks win it 4-3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Da Superfan Network. My name is AJ Nyhart. This is going to be a special pregame because we got two games, count them, two games tonight. The Blackhawks travel to the home of country music to take on the Nashville Predators, and Bears and Packers again, round 3. Lots to talk about, but let's start with the more important game. Playoffs? That's right. For the first time since the 2020 season, the Bears have made the playoffs, and the last time they won a playoff game was 15 years ago. If you are not excited and nervous about this game, you're a liar. I've been nervous this entire day. Heck, I've been nervous this entire week for this game, but today it's all hitting ahead. And I kind of wish we were playing at the 4 o'clock game and not the 8 o'clock game, because I have to sit here for a couple more hours to wait for this game to go on. So, it's round 3 against the Packers. So, winner takes all, basically, for the season, I guess. The last time these two teams met in the playoffs was the 2010-2011 season, the NFC Championship. And I'm not going to break down what happened. Packers won 21-14. There was no Jay Cutler. Rigged. Bogus. The Bears are coming off a brutal loss to the Lions to end the regular season, and the Packers are coming off an abysmal. We thought the Bears-Lions game was bad. The Vikings-Packers game was even worse. They lost to the Vikings. However, playoffs is a whole new season. Anybody can win, so things are changing. 3 players to watch out for tonight's game. Cornerback Trevon Diggs. He was let go by the Cowboys, and now he was signed as a free agent to the Packers. He says he is comfortable with the defense, so it will be interesting to see if he will make an impact in this game at all, because he played for Dallas and Chicago absolutely ran through their defense like crazy, absolutely burned Trevon Diggs. So let's see if he'll make a impact for tonight's game. For the Bears, watch out for the backfield duo of Swift and Monungai. If they get going tonight, things might shift in a completely different way. The game might be over if these guys get going. Like, the Packers have been horrible on defense since Micah Parsons got injured. They are bad at tackling. So if these two get going, might be wraps. Who knows? As of right now, the Packers are favored by 1.5 points. So it's very close to 50-50. Basically, anyone can win this game tonight, and that's why I am so nervous about this, because anybody can win this game. No, I don't know if, it says the Packers are the favorite. I don't know, though. That doesn't feel right. But he's saying that the Bears are the favorite doesn't feel right either. So I have no idea, and I'm really scared of what could possibly happen for this game. I really am. I am nervous because the past 2 games between these two. I'm also nervous because the games between these two teams have been completely different. They've been 2 completely different games. The first one was back and forth, but Green Bay had the advantage, and the Bears were just chasing the whole game. And then the second one was an improbable comeback that probably should not have happened, but you know what happened. It's in the intro. Bears won in overtime at home, so that's crazy. So neither one of the games I was comfortable with the Bears, and I probably won't be comfortable watching this game tonight either. I'm gonna have lots of fun, but I am nervous because of all teams It had to be the Packers. I would have been less nervous. I wouldn't have cared as much if we won or lost if it was any other team. But because it's the Packers, I just want to win one. Like, I just want to win this one playoff game. I don't care if we're probably not making the Super Bowl. We're definitely not making the Super Bowl. Maybe not making the Super Bowl. I don't know. But it just, if it was anybody else, I wouldn't feel so nervous about this playoff game because we have the future down the line. But it feels like this is only the third time that the Packers and Bears have met in the playoffs. And it just feels like, we got to get this one. Anything can happen, and especially things can change when injuries are happening. Let's look at the injury report, starting with the Packers. So the Packers, they're losing a couple of players. They're losing out right now. As of right now, out is wide receiver Dontavion Wicks with a concussion. As of right now, I'm recording this. Tackle Zach Tom has a back and knee injury. He is questionable. Safety Javon Bullard with a knee is questionable. Malik Willis with a right shoulder and hamstring is also questionable. And linebacker Nick Neiman has a pectoral injury. He's also questionable. And defensive lineman Warren Brinson has a foot injury. He is also questionable. Now for the Bears, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is out with a concussion. Linebacker, let me make sure I say his name because it is a doozy of a name. Eamon Ogbongbemiga. I got it. I wish I could say that faster. It's a lot of letters. He's out with a concussion. And D lineman Joe Tyrone Shoyinka is out with a concussion as well. Questionable defensive back Kyler Gordon. He was just activated off of IR, so he is questionable with a groin injury. And O-lineman Braxton Jones has a knee injury. He is also questionable for tonight's game. So mostly defensive injuries. The offense seems pretty healthy, pretty fine. Specifically, Roma Dunze is back in the lineup for the Chicago Bears. So let's see what happens with him tonight. Hopefully, he goes right back to how he was before the injury. So he's back. He's ready to go. The offense is healthy. Keys of the game. Get the offense going early. That has been the biggest issue for the Bears this entire season is that the offense doesn't get going and then the defense gets tired. If the defense gets stuck out there for over half the game, this is going to be bad. This is going to be horrible. This is not going to end well. We need to get the defense and get the defense. We need to get the offense and get the offense going early. If the offense starts generating early, it's okay for that defense to stay out there a little longer. Other thing is win the possession game, win the time of possession game. That is another big thing. There's a reason why they are called the Cardiac Bears this season. There's a good reason we call them that. You got to get the offensive going. You got to keep the time of possession. You got to have more time of possession than the other guys on offense. The other key to the game, make the QB uncomfortable. Got to get pressure to the QB. I know our defensive line is not the fastest. We're the biggest, but we're not the fastest when it comes to, but getting pressure to the QB can change this game a lot. We can definitely win this game if we can get a little pressure to the QB, have a lot of time of possession, and get the offense going. Now it's time for the first DA pick of DA game for this episode, this edition of DA Superfan Network. Man, I said DA 3 times in the same sentence. I am picking Kyle Monangai. I believe he will score a touchdown tonight and be an absolute game changer. This guy is a steamroller. This guy blows through lines. He runs into you with purpose. I think that this guy, if he gets going, he's going to get a touchdown tonight. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, my score prediction. Bears, 147. Packers, -50. I'm kidding. I'm completely joking with you. That's an SNL joke if you didn't get that, and a Dave Swirsky joke. By the way, if you don't know who Dave Swirsky is, go follow him on Instagram. Pretty cool guy. He does parody songs and stuff. It's pretty freaking cool. But actual score prediction, Bears win 21-17. I think it will be a close one. No overtime, but a definitely close, hard-nosed football game. Now, the rest of the NFL playoffs, let's get to those picks because the playoffs are going. They're on right now as I'm recording this. The Rams are playing as we speak. So, let's get those playoffs. Let's get these picks going. Starting, of course, I'm going to have the Bears beat the Packers, obviously. We'll start with the NFC. Rams and Panthers. I think the Rams are going to win. The 5 seed will beat the Panthers, and then Eagles, 49ers, I think the Eagles will win. So that will make the Seahawks play the Rams, and the Bears play the Eagles. So a rematch from that Black Friday game. That's going to be the wild card round for the NFC. For the AFC, I think the Bills will beat the Jaguars. I think New England will beat the Chargers, and I think Houston will beat Pittsburgh. So Denver will play Buffalo, and New England will play Houston. And then a whole lot of other stuff. I honestly think, and then Seattle will probably beat the Rams. Eagles will beat the Bears. Seattle and Philly, I think Seattle wins. Buffalo beats Denver. I think Buffalo will beat Denver. New England beats Houston, and I think Buffalo beats New England, and we'll have Seahawks versus Bills for the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going to give a Super Bowl winner prediction because this prediction is probably completely wrong to say, but when we get to next week and we have different divisions and stuff like that, we actually have our divisional round set. I will then give more predictions and get to the very end. So there's that. Now we have the other game that is going on. The game that's in everyone's back of the mind because the Bears game is going on tonight at the same time. And by the way, that Bears game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. So if you don't have Prime Video, go get Prime Video. Like, if you don't have Prime Video, what are you doing? Prime Video is pretty good streaming service. It's probably one of my favorite streaming services. But that game, 8 p.m. Eastern at Soldier Field on Prime Video. Now for the other game, the Blackhawks game, that's in everybody's back of the mind because the Bears are playing right now. That also starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, but they are on the road. They are in Nashville. The Hawks are coming off a stomach bug right now that knocked off a couple players last night. They would lose to the Capitals 5-1, a brutal game in the black jerseys, which is unfortunate that was in the black jerseys that they have a 5-1 absolute abysmal game. But stomach bug came around and took out a bunch of our guys, took out our starting and backup goalie, so we had to throw some random guy from the AHL that I don't want to see ever again. And when it comes to back-to-back games, the Hawks are bad at back-to-back games. They don't go very well. We usually lose the back-to-back games. The Predators haven't played since Tuesday. So they're just more rested than us. They haven't played since Tuesday when they lost on the road to Edmonton 6-2. The Hawks are 18-19-7, while the Predators are 20-19-4 and are both fighting for a playoff spot. The last time these two teams played was back in November when Nashville won 4-3. Players to watch for this game, I'm going to say Andre Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky has been doing pretty well recently. He has been pretty outstanding, actually. Maybe not, outstanding isn't the right word, but he's been pretty solid. For the past 5 games, he's got a point per game for the past 5 games. He's got 6 points per game, with 5 of those being assists. So watch out for him. He didn't get on the score sheet last night. Maybe he'll pick up the pace and get on the score sheet tonight. So that is one of the players to watch out for. For Nashville, Michael Bunting has 6 points in the past 5 games. So he's he's got 3 goals, he's got 3 assists, so he's got 6 points. Watch him, number 58, left winger. He might add to that add to that chart right there. The other guy, watch out for UC Saros. He probably will start tonight. He's got a record of 17-14-3. He's got a goal against average of .296 and a save percentage of .897. So he will probably be the one to start tonight, I would assume, because they're not coming off a back-to-back, and usually the backups play the back-to-back. But I don't know. I would assume Saros will start tonight. Now on to the injury report and the projected starting lineups. We have Marcia Show is out for Nashville with a lower body injury. He's day-to-day. He will not play tonight, though. Ozzy Weisblatt is out with an upper body injury that's month-to-month for Nashville. The starting lineup for Nashville projected. We got Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Stamkos on the first line with Bunting, Hula, and Evan Galista on the second. Then we have Schaefer, McCarron, and Smith, and then Jost, Svechkov, and Wood on the fourth line. Yossi, Perbix, Ski, Wilsby, Haig, and Blankenberg are the defensive pairings, and assuming UC Saros is starting tonight. For the Blackhawks, this could change by the time this video comes out. Who knows? We have Crevier, Knight, Soderblom, all with illness, and Frank Nazar with the upper body month-to-month injury. So things could possibly be going on. I'm not really sure. If it's not Knight, boy, is this going to be a big problem. So starting lineup, Bertuzzi, Green, Burakovsky, Bedard on the second line on the wing. He played that last night, and for the foreseeable future, he won't be on the center until he's 100% fully healed in that shoulder. Moore and Lardis are his line mates. Teravainen, Dickinson, and Donato on the third line, and Doc, Foligno, and Slager on the fourth. We got Vlasic, Murphy, Kaiser, Levshinov, Korchinski, and Grzelcyk all on the defensive pairings. Now, Mikheyev, I believe, is healthy, so Mikheyev may slot in to that fourth line right wing spot instead of Slaggert, but that will be determined. Bereznoy may be the starting goaltender tonight. It might be Comesso. I'm not really sure because we don't know if Knight or Soderblom is healthy. So those are the starting lineups and the projected starting lineups and injuries for tonight. Now time for the pick of the game. I'm picking Ryan Donato. I believe Ryan Donato will get on the score sheet. It's been a while. He's due to get on the score sheet tonight. And the keys of the game, dig your heels. They came off a sluggish game because of illnesses and stuff, but you got to keep your pick up your stick, play hard, and bail out your goalie. Hit hard, play smart. So that's all I got for the Blackhawks game. Hopefully this is a happy Bears game and a very okay Blackhawks game. I'm hoping the Bears win. I'm hoping the Blackhawks win. It would be great if both of them win. It would be a double victory Sunday. And hopefully, if anything, it's a Bears victory Sunday. That's all I have for this edition of the Superfan Network. My name is AJ Nyard saying so long. Happy playoffs. Let's go Bears.